Okay, so now for this part, we're going to do the lamppost today and put some figures walking around here and there. Now for that, I'm going to use masking tape to mask the edge of the lamppost. If you don't have masking tape, use anything you have. Even use the you can use this just with the ruler. Put 2 lines, do the edge, and then paint inside. That will be fine. It's easier, faster, whatever you like, whatever is easy. Now I'm going to paint this with black, ivory black, or any black you have. And here I have Payne's gray and white. So let's start with, first of all, putting the painting it. So I'm going to start painting this part, or masking this part. So easy way. And I'll do the other section, the bottom one, in a different way. So you'll see how it's done in both. So this is black. I'm just going to take black and I'm going to paint black over here. I'm simplifying these posts because they're not simple. In the reference, they're a little bit more intricate. But that's okay, we'll just simplify them. Now you see the edge is not 100%. That's not because of the masking tape. That's because I have clear gesso over this, which was not a good idea to do, but it's done. That's fine. The clear gesso makes the surface of the canvas rough. So I'm going to use this 1-for-all black, and it's 1 millimeter. And I'm going to thickness 1 millimeter. And I'm going to just okay. This is the other way we can do it. I'm going to zoom in a minute so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to go over this and just clean up the edge of the lamppost. It's good. Okay, let's do the same over here. Okay. Now I can take brush, fill in. That's black, just black. Fill in. I'm going to zoom in a bit. And I let it dry. And then I'm going to paint the bottom part. Okay. I let it dry, and then we will highlight it and add the light. Right, so now I'm going to start highlighting, and I'm going to follow a bit the original reference. The light is coming from behind. It's not coming from the left or the right, it's coming from behind the lamppost. So I'm going to try to do that. I have here black, and I have Payne's gray, which is a bit blue. It has a bit of blue in it, and white. So I'm going to mix the three of them, put some white in my grayish bluish color. Okay. My brush, and let's do highlight the top. So what we're seeing, if you highlight the top only, because what we're seeing is the bottom of that lamppost. So you're not going to see highlights at the bottom of I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So let's highlight this way. And I am not going to highlight the bottom part of this. I'll highlight a bit on the sides, on the side, just a bit here and a bit there. And I'm going to keep this dark, all of that. there's a slight curve because this is up, we're looking up. So it's a bit curved. Let's do this. This is going to dry darker. This is just black, and I'm just going to clean up this part. Now the paint is dry mostly, so I can go back and adjust my highlights. So I'm always like this with acrylic. So I'm going to try to add a tiny bit more highlights on the sides. Just a little bit. Okay, and that's enough. Now this is dry as well, this part. So again, a little bit of highlights. So we have dark, medium, light. And a little bit here, right here. All right, done. Do you want me to keep it on Zoom?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now for the light part, or the glass, or the bulb where the light is, we're going to need cadmium orange, and this is cadmium yellow light. We have white and we have black. So I'm going to take cadmium orange for the first layer, take some black, put it in to darken my cadmium orange. It's just because I don't want to add different colors now. I don't want to start putting any other color to darken my cadmium orange, and this works perfectly. So the lower part is a little bit darker and more orangey than the upper part. So I'm doing this right now, and what I'm going to do in a minute, start introducing yellow to this combination, and go up with lighter orange. I'm gonna have to do more in a, when the color is dry, when the paint is dry. And then I'm gonna take more yellow. I'm not cleaning my brush, just the way it is. Again, darker orange on the bottom. So I'm going to take orange, black, a little bit of black to darken my orange. Put it here. And the second layer is richer, better than the first layer. First layer was just putting the color and the paint, and it's kind of covering the layer, first layer. Now I'm going to take more orange. Actually, this is drying very dark. That's better. And then now introduce yellow into my orange. Color is still wet. The orange part is still wet, so it should blend easily. And I'm having a little bit of a I should go across this way. The blending would be better. Yeah. I'm going to go over the line I have because I can put it back. And now I'm going to take yellow. Wet my brush. A light, gentle touch. It's not too heavy. I'm not pressing too hard, especially when I want to blend. Very gentle kind of brush stroke. Okay. At this point, I'm going to introduce white into my yellow and orange. I'm just trying to soften the edges a bit. And change the color a bit because, you know, I have to wait for it to dry to gauge what, or to find or see what I need to add and remove. Okay. Okay, last, taking white. I'm going to take white, put a bit of yellow in it. And just a tiny bit inside. I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then I'll add the line in here of the actual iron. So I'm going to slide a bit my picture here, and I'm going to add the same kind of orangey glow on the other ones. Meanwhile, before I do anything, I'm going to clean up this or fix it. All right, now I'm going to do the same with the other part. So with these, the ones that I've done before, just going to take a bit of light orange, and it's going to be like a glaze. I like this orange on the lamps, so I'm going to glaze the other lamp, the other bulbs in here in the same, instead of white. Just a bit of that orangey.
So is it orange and white? Or
yes, orange and white. Yeah.
Or yellow.
Mm-hmm. And the same, just going to put a bit of, since I'm using now orange and I have orange here, I'm going to add a little bit of, tiny bit of black to my orange, a little bit of yellow. I'm going to put it on the traffic light. Ooh. Too tiny. Way too tiny to do that detail. All right, that's okay. Here. Okay, now this is dry, so I can put the iron part here. Again, the same thing with this part right here. I'm gonna put a bit more orange in here. Orange and a bit of black. Now, there is another light. It's actually at the top part of this post that goes out this way on an angle, this way, and then it hangs down behind those trees. I think it's a nice little detail that we could put in there. If you're welcome to put it, you don't have to put it. It's really minor, but if you feel like putting it, it'll be a nice addition. So there's a curve in black over here, and there's a hanging light, same like this one here, same like the one we have on this side. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take orange and yellow, start with a bit of a darker orange, and then we'll just highlight it. So I'm going to do a little bit of a dark orange in here. And I'll go over I'll put those branches back on, but faint, not very strong. And then I'm going to take yellow and orange, those mostly yellow, put it in. A little bit of white. This will take less work because it's further away and it's behind the branches. A little bit of white. Let it dry a bit. Take a bit of black. It's not like this in the reference. It's different, but that's okay. I'm just putting a suggestion anyway. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna increase the amount, or I'm gonna put white and yellow to give it a glow. It's a nice little detail that people will see after the fact. So they will be looking at the whole picture and all of the detail, and then they'll see this after, which is nice. It's like a little surprise after. All right, this is good. It's enough. Right, this is how it looks with the lamppost done. Next week we'll put some pedestrians and figures and people walking around.